Scoops
in the six.
Yes.
Wagwan blood.
My brother.
You already know. Najjah Calibur.
Mahit Letang.
Yo, and we are here to talk about match day 30 of 38.
Game.
And this man is happy. Goddamn Scousers, baby. Man,
listen.
Back from the international break, and you know, some of us are not happy about it.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Before we start, I just want to put away my phone. I'm gonna put my phone on Liverpool right now.
Here we go.
Table.
Bottoms. Yo, man, let's get into it right now. So first and foremost, arguably the match of the week.
Oh, mate.
Newcastle and West Ham.
What a match.
Wow.
What a match.
Wow. All right, listen. This is Newcastle against West Ham. Newcastle won 4-3. Okay, now, first of all, they had a red card. They were down, okay?
Yeah.
They were down, and they were down 3-1. And they came back.
Yep, down but not out, man.
Right? Down but not out, but Mr. Barnes came through for them. Mr. Harvey Barnes came through for them.
Nice finish.
Yeah, brilliant finish.
Nice
I mean, this is unbelievable here. So we're looking at this match right here. Isak, I really like him, man.
Yes.
I mean, I really like him.
Striker, yes.
Quality striker, just, you know, just about his business. Really coming into his own, really thriving. I mean, I look forward for him doing even bigger things as he goes on, you know, as the years progress.
Yeah,
you know?
he should do. I mean, I would like to see him stay with Newcastle as well. I think, like, with him, Gimares, all those guys, they can build on what they have. Do you know what I mean? It's taken a lot longer, I'm sure, than they expected. Because obviously, you know, Newcastle is like a ton of money right now. But at the same time, to their credit, they've not splashed the cash.
No, man.
Truthfully, they haven't. They haven't gone mad with it.
They haven't done a Man United and just stupidness. You know what I'm saying? So
they haven't gone mad with it. So I would like to see them sort of stick together and just add extra elements into their group. You know?
Well, I mean, there's a number of things we're gonna talk about. I mean, the manager too. I mean,
the manager
I think Howe's gone.
He can't stay.
I think Howe's gonna leave anyways.
He can't stay.
And we're gonna see what's gonna come with this team. I mean, at the end of the day, they have the money. I'm not hearing a lot of rumors yet about crazy stuff.
This is it.
But when they first got the money, we're hearing all types of stuff. We're like, oh shit.
They're gonna have Ronaldo as a tea lady.
You know what I mean? But anyways, I mean, unbelievable game here. You know, at the end of that, Isak got 2 goals, 2 penalties.
Yeah.
You know, and you know he's just smooth. He's a smooth operator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ice in the veins.
Yeah, and then Harvey Barnes at the 83rd minute to tie the match, and in the 90th minute to win the game, turn the game on its head. I mean, these things are just that's what we love the Prem for.
The thing is with West Ham, like Moyes has been under pressure from the fans and stuff already. So matches like this makes it even worse. It piles on more. But at the same time, this is the manager who brought them European Cup. Yeah, was it 40 something years?
Yep.
Since they had like any sort of a victory like that at all. So
and to win a trophy, because they won a trophy yesterday.
It's going to give you credit. It's going to give you credit in the bank.
Yeah.
But how much credit? Do you know what I mean?
No, I get
now,
it.
At the same time as well, his contract is up end of the season. So will he stay? Will he not stay? I don't think he's going to stay. I think he's going to kind of call it a day with West Ham as well. I'm sure the fans won't mind that because they probably want to have somebody else in. But at the same time, David Moyes, he will give you a solid.
He'll give you some stability, as far as I'm concerned, to the structure and an identity.
That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, for them, they had Mikel Antonio. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a yard man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He hasn't had the best season. We've seen glimpses of him saying, man, this guy's strong, powerful.
Yeah.
And he just hasn't been able to get off the mark. He's had injuries too as well. But anyways, Mikel Antonio, they had Curtis, and then Bowen. I mean, this guy's fighting to get. He's trying to get on the English team for the Euros.
Mates.
And I mean, I think he's gonna push Rashford out, man. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. Listen, Jared Bowen won't push out Rashford, but he will push out a certain player. And actually, I'm gonna speak on this one. Ivan Toney. And you're gonna say like, how?
Yeah.
Ivan Toney.
But I mean, that's politics.
Exactly.
That's
it is.
politics.
Yeah, 100% it is, right? However, Ivan Toney he was approached by the Jamaican FA to like come and play with us, you mean?
Right.
He wants to play for England, he wants to represent his team. I said from time, don't do it. Because you're not gonna get put on the pedestal that you should get put on with the talent that he has.
They're
gonna have Harry Kane as their great hope.
As we know.
And then the next one coming up is Cole Palmer. And then you have Jared Bowen come and squeeze in.
Right.
They're not gonna let Ivan Toney run and run at the length and at the speed that he should be running on an international level. Now you're going to say, okay, well, Jamaica's never guaranteed a World Cup or that sort of stuff. No, but at the same time, a talent of his, player of his talent could lift that organization up. Right now, they're about to play in the Copa America.
No, they're about to play in the Copa America.
Mexico, Mexico, is it Venezuela and Ecuador? I think in the group or something like that.
I can't fully remember, but we'll double check that. But at the end of the day, yes, they're in Mexico. They're in the group of Mexico. I know that for sure.
So, do you mean like you could have been looking at, okay, well, advancing a little bit in the Copa America?
But I mean, here's the thing.
It's not the Euros. Okay, appreciate you. Like he's English born and raised. I get that, but you have Jamaican heritage.
Right.
So now, you want to fly the flag, but at the same time, you want to fly the flag for your country, but your country not going to fly the flag for you. That's it. That's plain and simple.
Man, bonfire upon England. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but really quickly before we go into that, I'm just going to say, they have Damari Gray, right? Leon Bailey is a little cheese with the whole Jamaican program.
Yeah.
And man's like, say, a bonfire upon these guys. They're not professional. But if they were able to have, a Leon Bailey, a Damari Gray, a Mikel Antonio, and Ivan Toney. Oh, my days.
Nice.
I mean, now,
it would have
been nice. Anyways, let's get on to this next Wasteman team. All right?
Bournemouth and Everton?
No, not yet. No, Chelsea and Burnley. Wasteman team is Chelsea. Oh my goodness. Stamford Bridge. They tied Burnley.
They tied a 10-man Burnley.
2-2.
They tied a 10-man
red
Burnley.
card. When did this red card come? Lord jeez, look at this.
Mate.
40 minutes in.
Mate.
I just don't get it, man.
Mate.
I just don't get it with you Chelsea fans, man. I mean, I feel sorry for you Chelsea fans because I'm in the same boat. You know what I mean? With Man United. We're garbage, man. Trash.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to see you next week. We'll talk about that later.
Week. Yes.
This week.
Yes.
I'll see you this week.
But listen, the thing is though, you can't put a price on just throwing money at football. It doesn't work. Like them days, like when Chelsea did it initially with Abramovich and Mourinho, all the rest of it, it shocked the world. It shocked the system.
No,
it shocked the system. It shocked the system.
Like these guys,
but now,
coming after the big boys. Them time we were the big boys.
But now, even like, it doesn't work. You can't just say, I'm gonna spend this amount on this man, this amount on this man, and just throw. It does not make sense.
And to me, not even just that,
systems,
but
bro.
Beyond that, some of the players are not fully proven yet.
Not at all.
As well. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Burnley, as you know, they're fighting for their life and relegation, and that's a huge result for them. To tie them 2-2. I mean, who is it?
And big VAR controversy in that match as well. And what I'll say to that is, when Klopp spoke about this early on in the season, everybody laughed. Yeah. Everybody had a giggle. Mm-hmm. Everybody told Klopp, get over it.
Jurgen.
Mate, listen. And then what's happening now? Now it's come back and bun Arsenal. Yeah. It's come back and bun Spurs. It's come back and bun... All of them that will say, no, get over it. It's not a big deal. You can't say this about the referees. You can't say that about the referees. Listen, the refereeing standards this season have been atrocious.
Listen, it bun us too. Man United too. We had an offside. Garnacho scored a game-winning goal against Arsenal. And God, you know what I'm saying? But they got called back too as well. But
it's been horrible.
But the shining light is Cole Palmer. I mean, this guy's come there. I mean, he's got 2 goals for them again. This guy's he's a great player. Is he gonna get?
He's taking Ivan Toney's spot.
Yeah, man. So I mean, that's what it is, And with Burnley, they had Cullen and O'Shea both scoring for them. But I mean, again, 2-2, huge result for Burnley. Congratulations for Burnley and Chelsea. I mean, I'm in the same boat with you guys, man. It is just nuts what's happening with our clubs. So yeah, let's keep it moving, brother. Now let's talk about Sheffield and Fulham.
Listen, Sheffield United did their absolute best to put egg on my face. Yeah. Because I said in the preview, I said Sheffield United, they're not going to do nothing. Mm-hmm. They were up 3-1 at one point.
That's mad.
I was like, hang on, what's happening?
Yeah.
Where are you lot coming from?
Yeah.
You mean Fulham came back 3-3, you mean? Par for the course.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's a 1 point for Sheffield United because I didn't see him getting anything out of that. So
again, huge for these guys fighting for relegation battle, which is nuts. Fulham, they're just middle of the table. They're just doing their thing.
That's a spoonful of water in the middle of a desert. And that's what Sheffield United's at right now.
The man said a spoonful of water in the middle of the desert. Stop this.
They'll take it.
Let's go. Yeah. Speaking of relegation battle, these guys are going to be fighting for the relegation battle. We got Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace.
Yes, man.
So we know Nottingham Forest. They got 4 points deducting, right? And they're fighting for their lives right now as well. 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace at home. They just haven't been able to get these W's ever since they got the 4 points knocked from them. But they'll take the point and
it's got to be. You know what it is? It's got to be frustrating as a player for a club. Obviously, now the thing is, as a player, you don't have any say in what's happening on the books. You don't have any say in that sort of stuff.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So for you now to be deducted points for what you've earned, on the pitch, I personally think that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's gutting, but they have to do something.
No, you have to do something. At the same time.
But are they going to do something for Man City? Man charges.
Anyway, listen.
We don't talk about that. Everybody else get punishment except for them.
No, we will talk about that because you know what?
Jeez, man.
There was actually a
Come
banner. Just to skip ahead for that very quickly. There was a banner at the Man City match. It said, "We will follow you everywhere." You mean?
Yeah.
Big, massive banner. To me, that sounds like they're getting relegated.
Yeah.
Well,
listen,
me, that sounds like you're getting relegated.
And forgive me, I should know his name. I should dig up his name. But we took him, actually. He's coming over to Man United. He sees the ship is... He's the CEO of operations. I should dig up his name right now, just so you guys know. But anyways, it's a madness. Something's going, because when you see people at the top of the ship getting mentally jumping, you're like, okay, something's happening
something big's
here.
Gonna happen.
But I mean, it's unbelievable.
Something big's gonna happen.
Who else we got?
Bournemouth and Everton. Everton.
They just can't, they just can't get, they just can't.
Listen, I said it already, man. Take the drop. Just take the drop and reset.
Yeah.
Reset. Look, Leeds are almost on their way back up already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take the drop. Reset, man.
And same with Leicester. Leicester's on the way back up too. But listen, 2-1 Bournemouth, I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah, man.
What are you going to do, man?
Take the drop and reset. Man.
Take the drop and reset.
Take the drop and
Wheel on, come again, in other words. You know what I'm saying? And then another really good match, Tottenham and Luton Town.
Yes.
Which we didn't expect it to be such a good match, but at the end of the day, Premier League, this is why we love the Premier League.
I've been loving watching Luton, man.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I've been loving watching Luton. I know a lot was made about their stadium, and it's so like cramped in between the houses and stuff like that, but the team on the pitch,
no, they're giving their heart, man. They're giving
it like a proper fight. I mean, so they don't stop with it. So it's excellent when you see them flipping coming up against some of the teams and just flipping
getting results. Well, they got a result against you guys.
Yes, they did.
They got a result against. I think
they've taken points off of several teams this season, and just the way that they're playing their matches.
Yeah.
It's just been flipping amazing.
Yeah.
The managers are flipping breath of fresh air. Like it's just good to see flipping teams just not like kind of fold before the ball's even kicked.
Bro, you lot here need to take a lesson from Luton Town. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Go at it full blast, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's been good to see, man. But obviously Spurs come out that one 2-1.
Yeah, Human Son, just captain, fantastic. You know what I'm saying? This guy just comes through for these guys. Unbelievable. 86 minutes.
Luton landed a flipping early strike though.
Yeah.
3 minutes in.
Through Chung, a former Man United player. Anyways, yeah.
any chance he gets.
Right, so yeah, 2-1 for these guys, and they keep pushing as they're going forward because again, there's a battle for fourth. I mean, now I know it's gonna have 5 teams for Champions League, right? Coming out of the Premier League.
Yeah,
is that official?
It's not.
I think
it's let's be.
They're working out the new system, but at the end of the day, Aston Villa and Tottenham are really fighting for this and pushing forward.
I've said Aston Villa's taking that 4th spot.
I hope so. From time. That'll be a great story for Unai Emery. I mean, it's a great story for Postecoglou and Tottenham. Yeah, either way, it's brilliant.
Yeah, man, class manager. Speaking of Villa, they beat the Wolves 2-0.
Yeah,
just to kind of keep their march going towards the Champions League going.
Yep.
Now let's get into the big thing.
Well, hold on. Let's just. Let's get before we get into bit. I just want to give a special shout out to Diaby. I love the way this guy plays. Takes his chances.
Yes.
For Villa, our boy Too Cool Charlie. I know you're loving the Villa. All the Villa fans, I know you're excited about this. Yes. I mean, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a long time.
Emery's a class manager, man.
Yeah.
Quality manager. So. Him in the Champions League will be a good thing to see.
Yeah.
It will be a good thing.
It'll be a scary thing because, once he's around, he gets a sniff of those things. I mean, brother, he takes home some silverware.
Exactly. He's a tournament manager.
Yeah,
he knows exactly
a tournament manager, man.
He knows exactly what to do, man.
Yeah. And now let's get into this garbage. All right? 1-1, Brentford and Man United. Okay?
So, 30 shots on...
31 shots.
31 shots.
Okay?
A team in this match had 31 shots.
Jeez,
which team was that? Brentford.
31 shots to 11. Now, it all comes down to this, and I'm just going to say this really quickly. You don't mind if you get a draw or if you lose a match. You don't mind these things as long as, like you said, like a Luton Town, you're playing. You're showing some effort, some passion.
You know it's serious when the Grenadian accents start coming out.
Yeah, understand? When you start getting red vexed, because it's unbelievable, man.
When the spice accents start come out.
Because,
it's a serious thing.
This international break came at the wrong time for us. We just won an epic, classic FA Cup match against Liverpool for the FA Cup quarterfinals. We come back, you think you're going to get some momentum, but we don't really, because we just know the pedigree of our team. We just never know who's going to show up. And sure enough, these guys, 31 shots to 1. I mean,
Onana's faced the most shots.
sorry, to 11. Sorry.
Onana has faced the most shots in the league. Did you know that?
No, I wouldn't doubt it, man. That's not. I mean, to be fair, we haven't had a proper
That's
back
mad.
four. We be changing our back four like it's like hot potato. Like it's been unbelievable injuries and so on. But everyone has injuries. There's just no real identity, which leads me to the question again of Eric Ten Hag, because it's the way he answers the questions and press messages that makes me say, are you delusional or what? You need to, you know. I know there's a difference between protecting your team and just being a realist and kind of saying, you know, this is where we are, and being upset and showing some passion with that. You know, he seems a little delusional from that standpoint. So I'm just a little worried about this mess he has right here.
Don't worry. Next week, we'll put you guys out your misery.
Yeah,
Ten Hag gone.
I can't wait. We
Ten
know
Hag
we
gone.
get up for them when Ten Hag gone. So in other words, after we play Chelsea, we play these guns.
Yeah, so you got Chelsea this week,
and then we play Liverpool.
and you play Liverpool.
And I feel Mescals is gonna take it again. Licks in the backside.
And you know we
Licks in the backside. Listen.
We come for United manager's scalp regular.
Regular. But now things done change. You know what I'm saying? Things done change.
So after Sunday, come Monday, when we do our recap next weekend, we'll see if Ten Hag is still in the space.
Yeah, we'll see what's good. But anyways, Brentford, shout out to these guys. Shout out to Ivan Toney.
Mates.
Was just a stalwart up front. He was unbelievable, man. I mean, it could have been easily, as you know, 31 shots. I mean, they hit the crossbar, they hit woodwork, left, right, and center.
Yep.
Could have been an uglier match than this. I felt bad for Kobe Mano. He's working with Scott McTominay. I mean, Kobe Mano had something like 47 passes. McTominay had something like 20. You know, Scott McTominay is not the answer. All right, people, we like him because he's able to score. He's the type of player you want to bring in last 10 minutes.
Fair point.
He can get on the ball in the box, but other than that, box to box, he's dreadful.
What Mano's doing as a youth man, Mano's playing like a seasoned veteran in that team right now.
I know.
Seriously, he is.
No, he is. He really is.
And he just busts.
Yeah, and he just busts.
So like it's a madness flipping that you have other what you want to call proper seasoned vets who are not stepping up and running it. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like, you've not had leaders in that squad for a long time. For too long. So taking the armband from Maguire and giving it to Fernandes made zero sense because that's not a leader of men either.
No,
right?
I know.
So as you're saying, McTominay, he's not doing his piece. Like, you have players who should be pulling their weight, should be pulling more than their weight, and they're not able to. Why is that? Why can they not? I mean, like, extra commit or extra push that little bit more when it's needed. But then you have this youth man now who's like, yeah, you know what? Give me the ball. Let me do X, Y, Z with it. I'm going to make sure that we're driving forward. I'm going to make sure that I'm winning back the ball. You know what I mean? I'm distributing it properly.
1,000%.
So you have these senior players who have to look to hit to the youth man now. You mean? For inspiration.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Casemiro just got back. I mean, I can't even call him Casemiro right now because he has not been class. This season has been absolutely horrible. Last year when we came in, we said, oh my goodness. I mean, this guy was arguably one of the best midfielders in the league. And, you know, he had some injuries, but I mean, last we had 9 games left. I mean, I always said, you know, we just want to get Europa. I didn't want Champions League anyways because there's no point in going Champions League if you know you're not going to win. And we have a huge reset this summer. We're going to see what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you this right now, we're winning the FA Cup, baby, and we got Coventry we got Coventry in the semifinals, and then we're gonna face most likely Man City in the finals, and we're gonna do a thing. So Chelsea, both of us are waste man teams, straight goods. We'll see what happens, but we're gonna get up for Liverpool, and I cannot wait for that match. So I'm gonna see you again. All right.
Speaking of Liverpool,
I'm gonna see you again.
Speaking of Liverpool, to round out the weekend,
Wow.
Liverpool played Brighton, 2-1 winners. Brighton made it tough. Brighton made it flipping tough. You remember, again, Brighton's done that to us before. So
Brighton is a quality side, man. At the end of the day, Brighton's a quality side, and you guys are just showing. I mean, I just love you. I'm jealous of your players. I love your work ethic.
Showing how they can get it over the line.
I love that. I love that about your team. I mean, Liverpool is just really rolling. I said for maybe 6 or 7 games ago, I said Liverpool, I think, is going to do it.
You did, fair play.
It's you guys are a joy to watch. Unfortunately, it's up against us, man. You know what I mean?
Mate, McAllister,
McAllister, Endo.
The way McAllister was playing against his former team against Brighton, mate. He put on a clinic.
No, he did.
He put on an absolute.
But
clinic,
Diaz running his socks off too.
Yeah, of course. Diaz, that's what Diaz does. Though.
Diaz
is all over the pitch.
That hunger and it's so it's something you just really got to just be in awe of. I love your team right there. And the depth. So we're gonna see what's up because you guys have Europa. and then you have Europa, which I think you have Atalanta. We were talking about.
Yep, we have Atalanta.
So they have, and I think you guys can win Europa, and I think you guys can win the Premier League. And Jurgen Klopp,
nice.
it'll be a good salute to the legend.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he deserves it. He definitely deserves it.
Yeah, and
then to run out the weekend,
we
City
have
and Arsenal.
City and Arsenal. A great result for you guys. A great result for you guys. And to be fair, a good result for Arteta. I mean, last time they went there, they got played out. They got slapped up there. So for them to go there 0-0.
But at the same time, Arteta looked like he didn't want to lose this match.
No, they played very. I mean, they were.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They literally had low block. And there was like, let's just take it easy. And to be fair, Man City didn't have. I mean, they still have. I forget how much money the back line still was. But Stones wasn't playing. They were missing.
They're missing a few.
Yeah,
right?
missing a few players.
It seemed that they were more concerned of not losing that match, banking on the fact that they could probably win the rest of their other matches to try and challenge for it, as opposed to knocking what's in front of you. Which I personally think you have to do with what's in front of you. You can't play to not lose the match. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get.
I would say play for the win itself, right? Obviously, you can play cautious and smart, but to me that just seemed overly cautious.
Yeah, let me see.
But at the same time, it was a draw. 0-0. You mean like?
I mean, you could maybe both teams. You could argue. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, so first and foremost, but I mean, it was 2 shots on target for Arsenal and 1 shot on target for Man City.
Right.
So that says a lot of these 2 teams.
Yeah.
They canceled each other out. But I mean, if you guys saw some of the highlights, you saw the game, like you said. Arsenal had low block, 73% possession for Man City.
Again, it's one of those ones where are you trying to not get exposed? And obviously you don't want to be exposed.
That's exactly what it was.
You don't want to be exposed, but at the same time, you got to have the trust and belief in your squad.
Yeah,
that you can still maneuver through it. Let's say, for example, now again, as you just talked about, you're saying you didn't want United to get into the Champions League. When Arsenal now in the Champions League, that sort of thing, I'm going to say, okay, well, up against Bayern Munich, you can do the same thing.
Yeah, they can't do it.
You can't do it.
You can't do that.
You mean like you have to have that mentality, like, yeah, we're going into this match, winning this match.
I mean,
and it's that simple. I mean, you lay it out there. You mean?
Yeah.
And then obviously, if it's not going your way during the match, then you can kind of correct yourself during the match. But to kind of go out the entire match thinking, okay, let's not lose this match.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that Arteta. I mean, I think he's low key shook of this.
Yeah,
shook. You know what I'm saying? He's low key shook of them and said, "This is what we're gonna do. We want to get across the line with this, and then we're gonna go hard for the rest of the matches." Yeah, and I think that's what he did.
That's anti-football, bro.
At the end of the day, let's see what happens at the end of the season. They still have a chance too, obviously, a very big chance. But we're gonna see what's up. Man City, Liverpool, and
so they're playing this week.
And Arsenal.
Yeah. So, but everybody's in action this week coming up. You mean so with City and Arsenal playing this week. We'll see what's going to happen with them. Arsenal have Luton, Man City have Villa.
And you guys have Sheffield.
We got Sheffield.
You got Sheffield United. Yeah. So I mean,
I'm not even taking that one for granted.
No, you can't.
Listen,
you can't.
Liverpool loves a charity work, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, Liverpool love a charity work. I'm telling you, Liverpool love a charity work. So I'm not taking that Sheffield United game for granted at all.
Well, I'm just gonna say you guys out of everyone seem to be in the best form. And really quickly back to the Man City game and against Arsenal. I just want to give a shout out to Saliba. I mean, this guy, I think he's doing his thing. Yeah. Doing his thing again. Saliba's incredible for these guys, locking down Haaland. Didn't get a sniff. At the end of the day.
So when Haaland reached, he took the league by storm. You mean?
Yeah.
But now everybody's kind of like just sussed him out a little bit. Not have him necessarily like been fully figured out, but at the same time, kind of figure out a little bit of his game plan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, question for you. I'm not sure if you've seen if you saw the ending of it in the highlights and stuff like that. I've long been saying that Pep does these things for the camera, where he wants to talk to the player and give the hard direction, blah blah blah, for the camera. So this time it was Grealish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your take on that? Because again, I think it's just for the camera, mate. I think it's foolishness.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've seen him in live. I mean, I did the FIFA Club World Cup, and I got to see him. And when things aren't going his way, he does get agitated.
Yeah.
Right? He's a passionate guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if it's fully for the camera or if it's just like, listen, I really need you to lock in and do what I told you. We talked about this. Are you gonna this is your assignment. We talked about it. I need you, because he does get I wouldn't say it's fully for the camera from that standpoint. I wouldn't.
But why on the pitch and not in the dressing room then?
I mean, he wants to address it right then and there, right? And I don't mind that. I don't mind it. If I'm seeing something that's not good, I like we had Ole, right? Ole Solskjaer, God bless him. You know, he's a legend for Man United. He would sit down the whole match, and you're like, do you do you care about this?
Okay, but hang on a second then. So then, if it's something that's not happening right then and there, then you call the man at the time during the match.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, but see,
so I didn't see. And to be fair, I haven't seen this.
Okay, so I'm talking after the match now. After the match, full-time whistle. Whistle's gone.
Right.
You mean? Players are going to flip and salute their fans and kind of thing. Now you want to take the time to flip and coach them in extra.
Okay.
Bruv, that could wait till.
No, I get you. No, I got you. Instead of that lambasting the man, I got you. I thought it was during the match.
No. I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's for the camera thing. So them ones, I don't. Yes, Guardiola's won everything in the game. You mean? Did it with Barcelona, won a ton of medals with trophies with Barcelona
and Bayern.
He won at Bayern, but he didn't win Champions League with
No,
Bayern,
he didn't.
Right?
He didn't. But,
and that's where my thing with Guardiola comes in. Yes, he's won a lot, but at the same time, you couldn't do it with Bayern. You couldn't do it with a 5-goal scoring in one match, Lewandowski.
Right? Boy, prime Lewandowski.
That Pep couldn't win Champions League.
Yeah.
With Lewandowski in that team and everybody else was in that team. You know what I'm saying? And then now you've been at City for all the time you've been at City. You've only brought through Foden. So now, what happened to Cole Palmer? You couldn't see that as a talent that you could bring through.
I know, so, and you brought this up.
Yeah,
before.
so I'm saying as a manager, I can't rate him as a manager. You are a caretaker of that club.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah,
that is now your club. This is now your child. You need to bring up. You understand?
Right.
So that's why now you need to have the feeder system, academy, all the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, we did touch on this where other managers have been able to do that. Guardiola's not done that, and that's not really been his MO really.
No,
right?
not at all. That's why not at all, man.
That's why he said, as like with the defending line now, they still spent a lot of money on that defensive line. Right?
Yeah,
mate, you're gonna tell me you couldn't bring no talent through? That's not cool. As far as that's not
cool,
mate.
I mean, in terms of a blueprint, I mean, you gotta be able to have a farm system that you can draw from.
You have to.
But I mean, between him and
that is football.
Between him and that ownership group, as you know. I mean, the depth is insane.
It is,
and they shop, but they've done strategic shopping.
They've done.
So in other words, they spent a lot of money, right? But they haven't done it in a more manner we've done it, or other clubs have done it, where the pieces fit. You know, as Sterling left,
that's why they have 115 charges. They've hidden it.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, come on. Order in the court. Order in the court. 100. For those who don't know, 115 charges. Man got slapped. Nottingham Forest, Everton. Who else? Is that was it?
115.
There may be 3 or 4 charges. 115.
115 charges.
115. And you Man City fans want to talk to me? Listen, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it until we find out the truth, man. Listen. So.
But will we ever find out the truth, though? That's the thing.
Man, listen. That man, I'm a mucky, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And mucky. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's up. And I feel bad for teams like you guys who were on a run and could have won. You could have won countless Premier Leagues already. You know what I mean? So I mean,
we pushed City like to the flipping limits.
And right? And even us, we finished second 1 year to them, man. We finished. We were good to 12 points back. So not us. But yeah, you guys, you know,
it's mean, but it's what you don't. That's what you don't want to see in the game, but at the same time, obviously, seeing all that talent week in, week out playing, okay, fine, that's cool, right? But at the same time, it's one of those ones where it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
No, but you can't have a team exactly. It's like if, you can't have one team where, for instance, you could sub as many players as you want, but you can only sub once. You're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing. I feel bad for the players because all they could do is, they're there, they're gonna play, and they're brilliant.
It's not them.
It's not them. But behind the scenes, this is what's happening, and so I'm anxious to see what's gonna happen. I'm sure something start to come.
Yes.
During the summer.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
But the problem is what they're saying is, regardless, is they're not going to go back and give you the Premier League title or anybody else, which is horrible. All they're gonna do is, worst case scenario, is do a Juventus and relegate them to Champions League.
But Juve lost their titles at the time when they got relegated, didn't they?
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
but I'm saying that but the Premier League, they're not gonna lose their titles. The worst case scenario, they'll get dropped to Champions League.
That's right. You can keep your tainted titles.
Yeah, but that's why I said it'll have an asterisk. All them asterisks beside all your titles. So anyways, you know what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? That is We're gonna keep it moving. EPL come down. 9 more games left.
Mates.
Yo, the race is on, boy. The
Mates.
race is on.
Mates.
Arsenal, Liverpool,
Mates.
right?
A good 3-horse race.
Yeah,
It's
and Man
exciting,
City.
man. It's exciting.
Relegation battle. We got Burnley, Sheffield United. We got Everton. We got who else? We got one more too.
Listen, man.
Hold on.
With what's happening at the top of the table, at the bottom of the table, in the middle of the table, in the Premier League, like it's been an exciting season.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And Nottingham Forest.
Legitimate 3-horse race for the title.
Yep.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Legitimate 3-horse race for the flipping Champions League spots.
Man.
Wicked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Relegation battles, mate. Oh, it's just fun to see because like each week you're looking to see, okay, well, what's gonna happen?